Hey everyone, if you get Social Security, you know that timing is, well, it's everything. So today we're going to break down that payment schedule. We'll make it super simple, super clear, so you know exactly when your money's coming. All right, let's just dive right in and tackle the question that's probably on your mind right now. When is that Social Security check actually coming this September? We've got the answer for you. And look, knowing that exact date, it's a huge deal for your budget. I mean, the average retirement benefit is about $1,900 a month. So, yeah, being able to plan your finances really starts with knowing exactly when that deposit is going to hit. So, let's talk about a specific date, September 17th. This is a perfect way to unpack how the whole system works. Who exactly is getting their direct deposit this week? The answer is actually really straightforward. It all comes down to your birthday. If your birthday falls anytime between the 11th and the 20th of the month, then yep, September 17th is your payday. And this applies to a few different groups of people, right? We're talking retirees, people getting Social Security disability insurance, that's SSDI, and folks receiving survivor benefits. But here's the key thing to remember. Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, recipients are not included. They're on a whole different schedule, which we'll get to. Okay, so this whole system has a name. It's called the Social Security Birthday Rule. It sounds simple, and it is, but it's the logic behind how they get payments out to millions of people so efficiently. So why do they even have this rule? Well, think about it. The Social Security Administration is sending out a ton of payments every single month. It's a massive operation. So by staggering them based on your birth date, they keep the whole system from getting clogged up. It just makes everything run smoother for everybody. And here's how it works. It's basically broken down into 3 simple groups. If your birthday is in the first 10 days of the month, you get paid on the second Wednesday. If it's from the 11th to the 20th, it's the third Wednesday. And for everyone else, from the 21st to the 31st, you're paid on the fourth Wednesday. See? Pretty easy. So let's look at a real-world example with this September 2025 calendar. You can see it laid out perfectly. September 10th for the first group, the 17th for the second, and the 24th for the third. It's a nice, predictable pattern. Okay, but maybe you're sitting there thinking, hang on a second, that's not when I get paid. If that's you, don't worry. You're probably one of the exceptions to the rule. Let's figure out if that's the case. So, does this birthday rule apply to absolutely everyone? The short answer is nope. There's a whole group of people who are on an older, even simpler payment schedule. So take a look at this list. If you started getting benefits way back before May 1997, or if you get both Social Security and SSI, or if your state pays your Medicare premiums, if any of those sound like you, then you can just forget everything I said about the birthday rule. You're in the third of the month club. And for this group, it's simple. Your payment date is always September 3rd, no matter what. It's super consistent, and you get paid way earlier in the month than everybody else. Okay, now let's switch gears and talk specifically about SSI, Supplemental Security Income. People get this confused with regular Social Security all the time, but it's a totally separate program with its own unique payment calendar. And the reason they're separate is really important. See, Social Security benefits are based on your work history, what you paid in. But SSI is different. It's based on financial need. Because they're for different purposes, it just makes sense that their payment schedules are different too. So, the rule for SSI is pretty easy to remember. You get paid on the first of the month. But there's a really smart little catch. If the first happens to be a weekend or a holiday, they don't make you wait. They pay you before that, on the business day right before. And you can see how this plays out over the next few months. October 1st is a Wednesday, so you get paid on the 1st. But look at November. The 1st is a Saturday, so the payment for November actually goes out on October 31st. Same thing for January 2026. The 1st is a holiday, so the payment comes on December 31st. It's a system designed to make sure you're never late. And this is a perfect real-life example. September 1st, 2025 is Labor Day, a holiday. So did SSI recipients have to wait? Nope. Their September payment actually showed up early, back on August 29th. That's the rule in action. All right, so we've got the monthly schedules down, but there are also some bigger changes that happen every year. Let's take a quick peek at what's new for Social Security in 2025. First thing on the list is the COLA. That stands for Cost of Living Adjustment. For 2025, it's going to be 2.5%. The whole point of COLA is to give your benefits a little bump to help keep up with inflation, so your money goes just as far as it did last year.
So, what does 2.5% actually look like in your bank account? Well, for the average person, it means about an extra $50 a month. Not bad, right?
And hey, if you're still in the workforce, this next one's for you. The amount of your income that gets taxed for Social Security is going up. The new cap is going to be $176,100.
So, why do we dig into all these details? I mean, why does this matter so much? Because we're not talking about a small program here. Social Security supports 67 million Americans. That's a huge number of people, and it's an absolutely essential part of our country's financial safety net. And that really brings us to the big final question, doesn't it? With over 67 million people counting on these benefits right now, and more to come, how does this system keep adapting? How does it stay strong and reliable, not just for today, but for our kids and grandkids in the future?